welcome back to my channel. So I do want my props just because I have finally posted another video. It's only been a little over a week, and for those of you guys who normally tune into my channels, you will notice that although I promise to post weekly videos, that doesn't normally happen. Y'all usually have to wait anywhere between 2 weeks to 2 months for me to post something, and I really apologize, but this time I did it. It's been about, what, maybe 10 days, closer to 2 weeks, I'm sorry, but it's way better than I usually do, so I do want my props. I'm finally doing what I said I was gonna do, alright? So, back to the topic on hand. This week's fiasco, I'm going to be explaining to you guys about my diet regimen, whatever you want to call it. I don't really like the word diet, so I guess my diet routine, I don't know, it has to be a diet. I don't really like the word diet, but we're just going to call it a diet. I'm going to be explaining to you guys my eating regimen. Yeah, I like that. Yes, an eating regimen. I'm going to be explaining to you guys my eating regimen on how I basically went from this to this. And how I basically did that is a beautiful, wonderful thing that I swear by called intermittent fasting. So if you guys don't know what intermittent fasting is, I very strongly urge you after this video is over to go back into my channel and click all the videos you can find on intermittent fasting. I believe I only have about 2 or 3. Go back, click on them, and I basically explain to you the basics of what it is, how to do it, and if you want to try it out for yourselves, different tips and things like that that you can try to make it work for you. Because I wouldn't necessarily call it a diet, that's why I really hate that word, but it's more of a lifestyle, just because it was very hard for me to accustom to this only eating twice a day thing. But after about 2-3 weeks, my body did adjust, and now I can't go back to eating 3 meals a day. I'm basically just stuck at 2, and I have lost significant amount of weight while building tons of mass. You know, my muscle here, mostly on my booty though, like that's where it counts. And I have built a lot of mass while losing fat percentage, so this is definitely something that has worked for me. Very hard to accustom to at first, I will not lie. It is pretty grueling at first, but once you get the hang of it and once you find something that works for you, it actually does pay off. You end up saving a lot more money, you end up saving a lot more time, because now instead of having to focus on eating and spending money 3 times a day, you only have to do it twice. So definitely something to look into. When this video is over, go check it out. If I remember, I'm kind of a dodo. If I remember though, I'll put the links in the description for you. Okay, I'll do that for you because I am for the people. I'll basically do that. So anyway, how I basically lost all this weight in I want to say a time span of close to 2 years now. I've been doing my fitness journey. I lost a lot of that weight doing intermittent fasting. I want to say I've been doing intermittent fasting for almost a year now, and I have seen incredible results from it. And I'm going to share with you guys my tips on how I maintain eating the things that I want to, aka carbs, you know, fast food, salty foods, greasy foods, desserts, sugars, while also not gaining massive amounts of weight. So there are 4 main things that I do. One of it being I drink a gallon of water every day. Okay, a gallon of water every day. If I'm feeling super fancy, I'll drink it with some lemon, because lemon water has tons of benefits for you, which I will do a separate video on that, on why lemon is so great for you. But for the most part, if I don't just drink a gallon of water, I will mix it with fruits just to help detoxify my whole body, and lemon because it does wonders for my skin. I mean, like, look at my skin, y'all. It is so much better than what it used to be. It's wild. But anyway, that's not the point of the video. Okay, so tip 1 is to drink lots of water. Cut back on the sodas, cut backs on the juice. I do maintain drinking a lot of that stuff though, I'm not gonna lie, but I always make sure to drink my gallon of water too. So there will be times where if I go out to eat, if I go to a fast food restaurant or something, I do drink sodas, but obviously I don't drink the whole dang thing. I'll drink a couple sips in moderation, and then I'll go back to my waters and stuff, okay? So you can drink the things that you want, but you also have to remember, this thing gotta go into your body, okay? Every day. One of these things. If not the whole thing, aim for half. Aim for 3/4 of it. Just make sure you're drinking majority water throughout the day, all right? You can have some juice. You can have some soda. I do. This morning I had a cup of orange juice. Usually at night for dinner, I'll drink a glass of soda, whether it be cherry Pepsi, because I love cherry Pepsi, or whether it be ginger ale. I drink whole chocolate milk. I'll drink iced teas from Turkey Hill, whatever it is. But my main thing is I make sure to drink my water. Wow. But yeah, so that's tip 1. You can drink the things that you want, all right, in moderation. But make sure this whole baby gets in your body. Tip 1. Yeah. All right. My tip 2 is when I do tend to eat a lot of fast foods, or if I go and buy a box lasagna, if I do end up making stuff at home, whatever it is, I will actually end up incorporating a lot of vegetables or a lot of spice into it. And I'm going to be explaining to you why. So I don't necessarily have a lot of time because I'm very busy with working, running a household, taking care of my sister, looking after my dad because he is awful at looking after himself. Like, I don't know what it is with men. Like, I'm telling you, like, without women, y'all are screwed. My dad is, like, the smartest man I know, but, like, sheesh, man. Like, when it comes to basic household stuff, like, I'm surprised this place hasn't caught on fire. All right. But anyway, I'm normally very busy running my errands, taking care of the family, working. I'm starting my own company. I'm writing my books, things like that. So I don't necessarily have a lot of time. I'm also very broke, okay? Because I'm a millennial. So I have my bills paid. I got my savings, which I pretend doesn't exist because I don't want to touch it. I don't touch my savings. So I basically do live paycheck to paycheck. I don't have a lot of money to be spending on all this extra, like, buy this organic asparagus for $3.99. Like, no, because you get, like, 3 pieces of asparagus for $3.99. Like, that isn't gonna feed my rabbit. Like, are you serious? I don't even have a rabbit. But either way, I don't have money to be blowing on all this crazy expensive stuff. So I do end up opting for, like, the cheaper things, which is, like, yeah, the box lasagna, the rice bakes, fast food sometimes. Which is why, hold on guys, I'm sorry, like, my leg is, like, falling asleep right now, so bear with me. Oh, it's like, I have to sit in a certain position so that I'm, like, centered with the camera, but, like, I just can't do this. Like, my leg is falling asleep, and, like, oh my god, alright? So y'all are just gonna have to deal with me being in the corner of your camera, okay? It's okay, because this is more about the information than it is about my faith. So anyway, what was I saying? Right, so, sometimes I will go to the store, buy my box lasagnas, things like that. And what I usually do in it is, obviously, in order for people to feel full, they're going to want to have, like, an extra big slice, right? Well, like I said, that's where the whole moderation thing comes in. So this is tip 2. After you do tip 1, which is drinking a lot of water, tip 2 is, yes, buy the foods that you want. Eat the foods that you want during your fasting times, which means, for me, it would be either 11 a.m. or 12 p.m., depending. 8 hours later, I eat again around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., right? So I have 2 meals a day. In those time frames, you can eat the things that you want. I do. I eat the things that I want. So for me, let's say like yesterday for breakfast, I had an entire packet of ramen. But in this ramen, I put 4 veggie dumplings. I cut up some onion and I put it in there. I put some carrots and I put some like chopped up scallions in there. I basically filled it with a bunch of vegetables, and then I had some extra pepper flakes, so I put a little bit of extra pepper flakes in there. Because otherwise, I wouldn't feel as full. Like for me, I can normally eat 2 packets of ramen. But I don't want to eat all that extra junk. I don't want to eat all that extra calories. Jesus Christ, my legs. So in order to kind of combat that, instead, I decided I'm going to fill up halfway on vegetables. I also added the extra spice because, as you know, spice boosts your metabolism, okay, to the point where it'll help burn off those extra calories, all right? Oh my god, my legs! So yeah, you're going to burn off those extra calories with the spice and you're going to fill up on vegetables. All right, so that's what I did yesterday for breakfast, just like yesterday for dinner. I went to the store, I bought a frozen pizza. It was $2.78, I remember. I also went to the frozen section and bought a bag of French fries for $1.63. So I made this pizza and I put some French fries on it. I put some chicken nuggets on it because I'm fancy like that. Your girl's a princess. And what I did was I chopped up some onions. I put some mushrooms on it. I put some turkey, like some deli meat. I just chopped up some turkey, put it low fat mozzarella. Put a little bit of that on there. I put some fresh garlic, like I actually bought garlic, mashed it up. It's very cheap, and I put that on there as well. And then I put chopped up broccoli on it. So I basically filled it up with a bunch of vegetables that I normally, I guess, like wouldn't get on like an actual frozen pizza, since they come very, very plain. But the veggies were very cheap. You know, I think overall I paid around $6 for the vegetables, and I made like an entire pie of pizza for around $8, $9, okay? The fries, basically I mixed up low-fat mayo, and I put a ton of sriracha because, like I said, that spice helps kick up your metabolism. So I basically had like almost half the pizza with a bunch of fries and chicken nuggets, and I just had a lot of spice and a lot of vegetables on it, all right? Because normally my appetite's very big. I could eat that whole damn pizza by myself. But in order to avoid eating the whole pizza, I filled up mostly on vegetables, okay? So that's tip 2, is whatever you do end up eating, put vegetables into it, put fruits into it, try to put more spice into it, you know? It's going to help you fill up quicker, but on better foods, and it's going to help you sort of curb your appetite when it comes to, oh, well, that one slice of pizza was enough, I want a second one. No, because now you're putting a little fuck ton of like vegetables on it, and it's going to help, okay? Just like when I eat my desserts, yesterday I ate cake, and I had some ice cream. I had chocolate ice cream. The only thing was, when I went shopping, I made sure to get the low-fat chocolate ice cream, all right? And I put some strawberries as I was eating it. When I had the cake, I had, you know, a small piece in moderation. I sliced up some bananas, put it on top, and yeah, basically I just make sure to mix more fruits into it, you know what I mean? Obviously, I don't have the time or the money to be making a whole acai smoothie bowl and stuff like that, but, you know, you can have the things that you want, just fill up more on the better stuff, you know, go half and half with it. So that's tip 2. It'll definitely help. Tip 3, okay, this is important, is you have to do some sort of cardio every day. Well, not every day, at least 4 times a week, okay? Now, what I do is I do 20 minutes of cardio 4 times a week in the morning before breakfast. And that is because fasted cardio is going to burn way more fat cells in your body because there's nothing in your body to work with. So when you first wake up, you're empty. There's nothing in there. So as you're running or as you're swimming or as you're doing the things that you're doing, your body is going to have to pull that energy from somewhere. So 9 times out of 10, it does pull it from your fat storage, okay? So 4 times a week at least for about 20 minutes. That's only an hour and 20 minutes a week that you have to dedicate into doing this. Now, you can do anything from running around your house a few times. If you have a gym membership, great, go do some cardio at the gym. If you have to do it at night, that's fine. I would opt to do at least 25 minutes a night then, if you do have something in your system. But if you do something at home, like I said, you can walk. If you have a pool, go swimming. Whatever it is, you have to break a sweat. Try to aim to burn around like 100 to 120 calories because that's how much I burn, okay? But you have to be doing some sort of cardio exercise every day to kind of help burn that up, okay? Because that's what I do. And basically, if you can't do it 4 times a week, I mean, I would say try to cut down a little bit more on foods just because losing weight is 80% diet and it's 20% exercise, but that 20% is very important, okay? So you guys have to do a little bit of something. So maybe not do necessarily running and things like that, but maybe aim to do 100 squats, you know, or do a couple push-ups or whatever it is that you do, make sure you're sweating, you know, and do it vigorously for about 20 minutes, 4 times a day, all right? Try to opt for your days off to do something, all right? But you have to do that, otherwise you're not going to be seeing a lot of results. So tip 1, water. Tip 2, modify your foods like that, okay? And make sure you watch what you're buying. Opt for the low fat. Opt for the lower sugar. Sodium free. There are a lot of options you can buy, especially in Great Value or whatever versions. It's a lot cheaper, okay? There are tons of options, okay? You just have to be conscious about what you buy. So alter your foods. Modify them with more vegetables, more fruits. It's a lot cheaper than having to go out every night and just buying like a whole greasy thing, okay? And if you do, ask them to put some extra veggies on there for you, or whatever it is, you know, or instead of having the bacon on there, can I have like an extra slice of this or that, whatever. You can eat the foods that you want. I do, but I modify a lot of it, you know, because you have to put in some work, you know. And then obviously that tip 3 is you have to do cardio, okay? You got to do a little bit, okay? I know, I'm sorry. Cardio sucks. I hate it, but you got to do it, okay? Got to do it. And then last but not least, my tip 4 is the intermittent fasting, all right? That you have to swear by. Like I said, it is a lifestyle. Watch the previous videos that I have on it. It's a lot easier because it saves you time and it saves you money. So when I eat at 12 o'clock and then again at 8, I'm going an 8-hour shift of not eating. I eat and then I go 16 hours without eating, basically. Okay, and basically when you only eat the 2 meals a day, that only means you only have to buy 2 meals, or you only have to cook 2 meals. So it makes it a little easier, but then that also means you can sit down and have larger portions. So instead of, let's say you are eating 1,200 calories, right? If you were to break that up between 3 meals, that's 400 calories per sitting. Versus intermittent fasting, okay? Now you can have 600 calories and 600 calories. Worst case scenario, eat a snack in between. I will usually opt for a yogurt or a piece of fruit, some, you know, a handful of trail mix if I really need it. Or, you know, I'll maybe microwave like a corn dog and I'll eat that or something. But I'll eat it with some sriracha just to help keep that spice in there, okay? So that's tip 4, is you have to commit to the intermittent fasting. You have to train your body to understand that it's going to eat twice a day. You are going to be hungry for the first 2-3 weeks, okay? That's inevitable. But you have to train your body into knowing that, like, hey, you're going to eat twice a day. That means you get larger portions, meaning, you know, don't feel bad if you have to go out to a Wendy's or a McDonald's just to get something, but just make sure you alter the food, okay? Ask them for a couple extra veggies on there. Like, hey, can I have an extra slice of tomato, and can I have some extra onions on there and like an extra piece of lettuce, okay? Alter your food. That's important. And then if you do get a soda with your food, instead of drinking the whole thing, drink a quarter of it, drink half, just until you're done with your food, okay? And then always carry a gallon of water and drink the whole thing a day. And then you got to do your cardio in the morning or at night, whichever one you want to do, 4 times a day. You only have to dedicate at most an hour and a half of vigorous exercise. 4 times a day. That's it. Just an hour and a half. And I guarantee you guys will probably start to see some results, okay? So if this wasn't clear enough, oh my God, my legs. Sheesh, okay. So if this video wasn't clear enough, basically, I'm just going to sit like this. All right, so if this video wasn't clear enough when it comes to explaining what I basically do to kind of eat the things that I want, don't fret. You can comment in the comment section or DM me on Instagram, and I will answer any questions that you have, because like I said, I have lost a tremendous amount of weight while building a tremendous amount of mass during this whole intermittent fasting process and stuff. I'll also put a step-by-step guide down in the description of tips that you guys can copy down notes from, go from there, okay, and sort of build your own kind of recipe, schedule, whatever it is. You know, you can kind of use mine as a frame and just do whatever feels comfortable for you, okay? I'm also going to be posting a lot of videos on my YouTube explaining how I modify my foods and giving you guys recipe ideas that is cheap, that is easy, and that is quick, and it's freaking delicious, okay? Because that is what we alive for, honeys. We alive for the delicious food, okay? So make sure you tune into my channel. My legs are freaking asleep right now, okay? I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place, like, ugh. All right. I'm so bad at this. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I apologize if this video was a little all over the place with my rambling and stuff. It's a lot of information, and I really wanted to try to fit it in as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Like I said, if you're stuck on anything, message me, comment at me, whatever. I will answer any questions you guys have as clear and as best as I can, all right? Also, disclaimer, this may not work for everybody. It works for me, it works for my 2 sisters, it works for my mom, and it works for my boyfriend. May not work for everybody. I don't know. You know, there are multiple ways to alter this, though, okay? So, for the most part, thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. I love you guys so much. Oh, my God, my legs. Oh, okay. Oh, my God, they're asleep. They're asleep. On the plus side, look at my tomato socks. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. don't forget to find me on social media, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you. And don't forget to tune in to my next channel because I'm going to be dyeing my ends green, okay? My hair green is going to be green. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay, love you guys. All right, bye. Love you. Ow.